Hey, it's Todd with muckcity gamefowl, and I just want to make a tutorial. You'll have to bear with me because I don't do this a lot and I'm not extremely comfortable on camera, but I'm trying and I'm hoping to get better as the future goes. And I just want to make an introduction video and tell you basically what I'm wanting to do, what I'm wanting to do in the future. Me and my partner at muckcity gamefowl, we're very passionate about gamefowl, and we try to take as good a care of them as we can, and we want to see other people take as good a care of them as they can as well. And what we've noticed over the years as we research different things about gamefowl is that there's a lot of information about gamefowl online, general information, but there's not a lot of how-tos on the daily maintenance and care of gamefowl. And we got to thinking about it and talking about it, and we realized we could make videos on how to pick brood fowl, why you would pick certain brood fowl and not other fowl to breed, how to design brood pens so that you can most efficiently, most effectively use them, because there's a difference between a brood pen where you're planning on incubating eggs, you want to pick them up and incubate them, and a brood pen where you want the hen to be able to lay her eggs, take care of her eggs, and set on them, hatch them off, and raise her offspring. And people that just put a random rooster with a random hen and a random pen, they generally don't get a good hatching, and they only raise a few birds. So we can talk about things like that. We can talk about medication. That's something else we thought about is preventative medication, which is to say the things you do while the fowl, mostly while they're young, to try to encourage them to be healthy over the course of their life and prevent them from getting sick. But then medication for things like when they get sick, when it happens, and it does happen. I mean, I don't care how good you take care of your birds, eventually, you get a few sick here and there, but how to treat them and how to try to prevent it from spreading through your yard, through your flock, and making other fowl sick. So those are some of the things we thought about. The incubation process is another thing we thought about making videos about. Like I said, how to set up a brood pen so your hens are laying good, how to pick the eggs, store them, how to incubate them, hatch them, and raise the offspring. And these are just a few things I'm just throwing out there that in the future we're going to try to make videos about. And we may come up with different ideas. Hopefully we will, different stuff to do videos about. That's one thing I was, in this tutorial I was wanting to bring up. You can comment on this video, like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, any things you want to talk about, comment on the video, and maybe we can bring it up in a future video, because this is just an introduction, just basically saying what our goals are, what we want to try to do. The basic goal is we just want to talk about the routine maintenance of the fowl, and teach people how to better take care of the fowl. Not only how to take care of them, but why you do certain things and what the benefits are, why you do these things and you don't do these things, and if you do this, how it will benefit you, and if you do this, how it may be negative. Another thing we can talk about is we've talked about trying to do interviews with some of the bigger farms and the bigger names. I won't name any right now, but we know a few. We've been to a few of these big farms. I've had several conversations with big time breeders, people that you've heard of, people that and they can share a lot of information with people. But you see a lot of them online. You see them on YouTube. But a lot of these videos that you see are basically just advertisements. They're just showing their farm, talking about what kind of bloodlines they have, and they don't really dig deep into how they take care of their fowl on a day-to-day basis. What I would be more interested in doing is going to the farm, walking around, looking at the different bloodlines, and asking them the history of the bloodlines, that as far as they know, and how do they take care of their fowl? How do they breed their fowl? Those are some of the things that we've talked about doing. So, like I said, you can subscribe, like, and comment on this video about what you would be interested in discussing in future videos. And we'll talk about anything. We're not, we'll talk about it. If it's something that concerns you, a question you have, put it on here, and hopefully in the future we can talk about it. Thank you. From Muck City.